services that we're working with.
Well, you as a certified DISC trainer, one of the things that you talk about all the time is obviously the DISC model, right?
Yes.
So DISC,
Yes.
Driver, intuitive.
Or the influencer.
Influencer, excuse
Yes.
me, that's right. S is support,
Yes.
C is
the compliance.
compliance,
Yeah.
that's exactly right.
Right.
So what happens is you recommend, I believe,
Yeah.
actually just running through a quick little self-assessment
We
first,
do.
right? With
Yes.
Tribenest, let's run through a quick self-assessment, because if you're an I like myself, you might be good at talking and engaging,
That's
but you
right.
might not have the details.
That's so
if
true.
you're a D, you might be, you might be turning people off. You don't even realize it.
You sure could be. You could be losing business there.
And you don't even realize it. And,
Right.
and you're thinking about doubling down.
Yeah, you're going to go harder.
Hit it harder.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're an S, you might be doing some other things, a C, the other things. So
Sure.
talk a little bit about specifics in terms of how you've kind of got people with the whole
Yeah.
DISC piece,
That's a great
and
point.
how that kind of manifests itself through this self-awareness pillar that you have through Tribenest.
Yeah, you're right about that. So self-awareness, DISC, we call that our language. It's our foundational language.
Okay.
So starting recently, everyone who comes in takes the DISC.
Right.
It's not a long,
Right.
drawn out process.
I
You
took
got
it. 15 minutes?
Yeah, it's a 10 to 15 minute conversation.
Right.
But you get a lot of insights into how you're unique, how you process information.
Right.
More importantly, how you like to communicate.
Right.
And when we start thinking about how we like to communicate, there are people out there who like to communicate in a different way.
Right.
So if we're in a sales environment or we're trying to manage people,
Right.
and we like to do things one way or maybe a couple of ways, and we don't have that ability to be flexible, we are leaving money on the table.
Right.
We're also hurting our quality of life because conflict is usually based on what? A lack of communication.
Right. And differences.
And differences between us. It's
Right.
not really landing. So we start our first couple of modules, and specifically with self-awareness, it digs into really getting to know what makes us comfortable, getting comfortable with the fact that we're unique, we're different. And once we know our strengths and weaknesses, let's accentuate those strengths, use that in the business to go make money and feel good about it.
Right.
And on the other hand, let's cut down on the conflict.
Right.
Let's get people around us understanding us. And it's amazing that we've had a couple go through the first module just in the last 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
I'm getting emails and texts and
Right.
reports back.
Eureka.
I feel better about my business all of
Right.
a sudden.
Right.
And feeling better and growing as a person, as we talked about, your business starts to grow.
That's exactly
People
right.
see that little light in your eye.
Right.
That you're connected to what you're doing.
That's interesting.